Welcome back to Love Budgeting Co. and I am Marie. Welcome to everyone. If you're new here, I'm a single mom of a little boy. I live on the island of Puerto Rico. I do have both of my knees replaced as well as rheumatoid arthritis. I do depend on side hustle income, and I do have a KOFI printable shop. So thank you to everyone that goes to KOFI and buys me a coffee through KOFI or buys a printable through KOFI. So those are the methods that I use to make income, as well as I do use government help or government assistance to be able to pay for food. And I do live in a relative's home for the moment. So today we're going to be doing a mini cash stuffing. This is a little bit of a chatty channel, so I do chatty videos. If you guys don't enjoy chatty videos, you might want to not be part of the community. But if you guys love the chatty videos and love seeing updates and love like supporting each other, don't be a stranger and hit the subscribe as well as hit that thumbs up. So we're going to be doing our mini cash stuffing. I had emptied this out, but we did put some cash in here. If you saw the last cash stuffing video, I had a little bit of a situation with my son and he got sick and I had to pay for medication. It was far out, like I live far from where the pediatrician is, so I had to put in gas. And also it was an all day experience, so it was from 7 to 2. So I did get lunch. I did take breakfast, so at least my son had breakfast and I had breakfast, so I had already did a lunchbox for that. But I didn't do one for lunch because it's kind of hard to, you know, be all day with either, like we already had a sandwich in the morning to then, you know, like if I do have to have like a sandwich or whatever in the afternoon because I don't have the money for it, I will do another one. But like if I do have the money, I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh well, you know, I gotta save, I'm not gonna spend, and just like get dizzy, nauseous, and a headache all day from just low eating. So it was nice to be able to have the money there to be able to pay for all of that and just feel like not stressed. Like for the first time in 3 years, I have taken my son to the pediatrician and not been stressed out. Like I was so calm, so relaxed, and I said, God, this is what I want. This is what I want. I want to be able to go take my son to the pediatrician, do my car maintenance and all of that without having to stress, knowing that the money is there, knowing that I am able to pay for things, right, and not stress out about it. Just go on my own, do what I gotta do, handle my business, and you know, not have to depend on anyone and be stress free. So I was very, very happy that day with that particular moment. My son, he saved up money as well to buy himself a toy. He always buys his own toys unless this is like birthday or Christmas. So he actually got his lab work done, which he was a pretty brave little boy. He said, Mom, if I get my lab work done, you gotta buy me a nice lunch. I said, fine, I'll get you a nice lunch, but you can't cry or scream. So he's like, well, can I at least shed a tear? Can I shed a tear? And he looked at me when they took his blood out and he almost cried, almost, but he didn't. He held it in and he's like, okay, see, I didn't even shed a tear, so I deserve a good lunch. I said, yes, you can have whatever lunch you want. Oh goodness. So after he had his lunch and I took him over to buy his toy with his own money, we had to head back out to the lab to pick up the results and take it back to the pediatrician. And when we got to the pediatrician, I said, boy, these men start being men since they're really, really young. Because as soon as we got back to the pediatrician, my son was like, okay, I did what I had to do, let's go. I'm ready to go home. I said, what you mean you ready to go home? We still don't got the prescription. He's like, I got the lab work done, I ate, and I bought what I needed. That's it. It's time to go. Let's go. I'm tired. I said, oh goodness, this starts at a very early age. They buy what they needed. Let's go home. I'm done. I'm finished. So we had to wait quite a while, guys. We had to wait quite a while. Poor thing was so tired. We got back home and he was like, He napped on the way over in the car. Once we got home, he went and he straight into bed. He's like, I need a nap, Mom. I said, go ahead, have you a nap, and then we'll work with the medication. So yeah, but we thank God that I had money in here. You guys saw that we were saving up, and thank God I had money in here, and I had a couple dollars in the bank, and I was able to take care of everything. Good Lord. So we're gonna be stuffing today 21, 2, 3. I cut off my nails because like I was trying to shape them almond, and it got to the point where they were like so long that it like hurted. They kind of like hurt it because I have like hard nails that are like acrylic nails, and it feels just like that, like if they were lifting. I said, oh no, I need to I gotta like trim these down because it was just like hurting my hands, and then I have arthritis, so it was hurting my hand as well. So I have part of my tithe in here. I have part of it here, so I gotta do like the other part. So I'm gonna do $1 in clothing because we're trying to bulk this one up. So we're gonna do $1 in clothing, and then I'm gonna do this 20 into business. I'm gonna do 20 in the business, and then I am going to do the other 3. I'm gonna do here in back to school. So we have in back to school, this is just like a little note that I made. I explained this in the previous one that more or less this is what I am expecting to I'm making up my own prices here, and I'm expecting to spend on, you know, my son back to school stuff. Mind you, I haven't even put in here the notebooks, pens, pencils, erasers, none of that. Marie just put like the basic. This is what I'm gonna get. This so yeah, but that's more or less to have like knowledge of how much I need. So we're gonna do these other 2 in back to school, giving us 1, 2, 3 into back to school. So that is $3 less that we need. Did you guys start saving back to school? Because I know some moms already are buying. They're already buying back to school stuff, and I'm like, for me, it's kind of early because my son is like growing very rapidly, and I don't want to buy stuff now that when he actually starts school, it's not gonna fit. So I'd rather wait like 2 to 3 weeks before and buy his clothes a little bit bigger, so that I am able to, so that it'll fit. And like the shoes, I remember once I bought him shoes like 2 months before, and when school was actually about to start, his shoes didn't fit. Like his shoes did not fit, and he was only able to use them once, and they were some Nikes, and I said, oh my God. And I had to go right back and buy another new pair. I said, never again. So what I tend to do is, if I do find like a good sale, like it gotta be like a good sale in shoes, like it gotta be a good sale, I'll buy them 1.5 sizes bigger, 1 to 2 sizes bigger. I am not about to do the same mistake that I did before, that I only got a 1/2 size bigger before, and it did, like, he grew out of it in 2 months. So I said I'll buy like 1 to 2 sizes bigger, save that. And that's if I find like a good sale, because if not, you guys know 2 weeks before is when I'm buying them shoes. That's it, period. I'm not gonna sit here and waste my money like that. So that's what we have today that we were able to save up this week. So hopefully we'll continue this pattern. I still have to do my side hustle. I still have to pay for my son needs a neon shirt for school. Like the last week of school, he needs a neon shirt. Can you believe that? Good Lord Jesus. Oh, and some Bermuda shorts. But I think he has some sporty shorts. So I'm from some sporty shorts from like this month that just went by. So I'm gonna just use those sporty shorts with the neon shirt. I ain't spending no more. That's it. School's over. Y'all need to stop. Y'all need to stop. Get it together. So this is what we have, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys are doing amazing progress in your back to school savings. And I'm going to catch you guys in our next filming session.